it's Janet. I want to welcome you back, and we are continuing to talk about goals, but today we're going to talk about your crazy goal. You know, in the last session, I challenged you to come up with a list of 100 different things that you want. You literally went shopping at the store of the universe. And maybe you didn't come up with 100, but I'll bet you came up with a lot more than you thought you could. And remember, this is about your wants and your desires, not the things that you need. So I'm going to tell you right off the bat, you are well ahead of the crowd because most people don't take the time to dream and to think. But now it's time to narrow that list down and to come up with 1 to 2, what I call crazy goals. What's a crazy goal? A crazy goal is a goal that scares you and it excites you at the same time. You have no idea how you're going to accomplish it, but don't worry, because if it's the right goal and as you start to develop your belief and more importantly, gain the skills, you're going to be able to achieve it. Don't worry about the how right now. That is going to come. Now, you might be thinking, well, you made us do this list of 100 different things, and I want all of those things. Well, great. But I'm going to tell you, you can't go after 100 different things right now. But I do know this. There's a pretty good chance that as you progress along the way, you're going to start to achieve those things. And the reason you're going to do it is because they are in alignment with what your really big crazy goal is. And think about this. Maybe that goal wasn't big enough from the very beginning, and it's just along the way. It's on the continuum. Okay? So I said 1 to 2. Let me tell you why I say 1 to 2 crazy goals. Again, you have to stay focused, but I like to suggest, in fact, this is what I do myself. I have 1 personal goal, and then I have 1 professional goal. And in many cases, the professional goal is what's going to help me get my personal goal, so they're intertwined, but I do keep them separate. So I have a personal goal and a professional goal, and you may want to do that as well. That is certainly up to you, but I will tell you, no more than 2 crazy goals. But here's the thing that it must be. It must be something that you really, really want. You truly desire it. Because it's going to be big. It's going to be scary. There's going to be a lot involved. And you've got to want it so badly that you can taste it, because that's what's going to keep you going some days. When you're having a bad day, you got to keep that long-term crazy goal in front of you. So you're not sure what to pick, okay? I always say if it makes me smile, if I get goosebumps, I'm probably on the right track. But you also start to ask yourself a bunch of questions. And I challenge you to do this with every single thing that's on your list. Now, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, there's some that you're going to just be able to throw out right away. You will know. And you continue to add to that list. But here are some questions that you can ask yourself. Why do I want this? Why do I want this? Why do I want to be a double diamond? Okay, I want to be a double diamond because it allows me to quit my job. Why do you want to quit your job? Why? You are peeling the onion and you are getting to the why for your business. Again, ask yourself, does this really excite me? Does it scare me? Do I know how to do it? If you do, then it's probably not a big enough goal. This, I think, is a really important question for you as a network marketer. Is the goal that you have set your goal, or is it somebody else's? Has an upline or somebody that you know that's in the business say, you should do this, you should become a double diamond? Well, what if that's not what you really want? See, if it's not your goal, you're not going to put your heart and soul into it. Okay, so make sure that it is your goal. Then another question I like to ask myself, how long have I really wanted this goal? Now, after you did this list of the universe, maybe it was you just decided on it. But I will tell you, there's probably a pretty good chance that you've wanted that goal for a really long time. And now's the time to put the stake in the ground and say, I'm going to do it, whatever it takes, as long as it's legal, moral, and ethical, I'm going to go after it. Okay, so you have to make that decision. Okay. Another question you should ask, am I able to accomplish it? Well, you might not be able to accomplish it right now, but as you continue to study, you'll be able to do it. You will absolutely be able to do it as you learn the different skills. And then finally, you've got to ask yourself, am I willing to do what it takes? Again, legal, moral, and ethical. Because you see, you are going to have to make an investment in your business, in your time, with your time, in yourself, all of those things. And I don't want to say sacrifice, but you're going to have to do some trade-offs. In other words, if you like to sit and watch Netflix for a couple, 3 hours a night, maybe you won't be able to do that. What if you took even just 1 hour of that and dedicated towards growing your business at night? Okay, so you're trading. Okay, you've got to do a trade, and if you're not willing to do that, honestly, you're not going to get what you want. You've got to make that investment. So I'm challenging you to take the time with questions like this on every single one of them. Every single one of them. This is too important to rush the process. Don't make the mistake that I did. I hurried it along. I set goals that I really wasn't madly in love with, and you have to be madly in love with it. Okay, so don't rush the process. You will get there. And you might be asking, well, what's the downside of setting these crazy goals? I don't think I can hit those things. Okay, there is no downside. Okay, you don't know when it's going to happen, but if you keep that in front of you, it's going to keep you going every day. And I will say this, is that the only time you're failing, and people are afraid to fail. I believe they're also afraid of success, but they're afraid to fail. The only time you're failing is if you're not going after something. You've always got to have a goal in front of you. Now, this entire lesson that we just covered about, in fact, the previous one as well, about going shopping with the universe and narrowing it down to 1 to 2 crazy goals is an excellent lesson to work alongside your team. Because you need to know not only what your personal crazy goals are, but it's going to make a huge, huge difference in your retention when you know what your team members are. But just like you, they might not know how to dream. So go back to dreaming, and remember, you're only failing if you're not going after something big. So here's to your continued success, and I will see you on the side of awesome.